You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Welcome back to Code RAD, everybody. Today we are going to tackle some 90s noir. But first, I want to share with you a sneak peek, some conceptual artwork my friend Anton Taralov has developed for Interplanet Volume 2. This is just a sort of a first draft and a cover. Allow you to see the creative process in action. I think the cover is actually going to look quite a bit different, and Interplanet Volume 2 is a while away from coming out. Hopefully the campaign can get started soon. The link and all that will be underneath the video, as always. Also, Tales of Conspiracy and Madness. But now let's talk about a fairly obscure example of 90s quirky crime dramas. Let's see, here we go. It's a movie called Clay Pigeons. If I had heard of this movie before, I had forgotten about it. Pretty sure I did not see it. 1998. Everything you read about this movie is it's a Tarantino-esque quirky crime drama. Also, I don't want to say derivative, but inspired by the success of the Coen brothers. Definitely, I believe Fargo came out the year before. In 1998, here are some movies that came out. A lot of the big ones. Primary Colors, a movie based on an anonymous retelling of the Clinton election campaign, I believe. Fictional. It's fictional, but I've heard that you can tell a lot of stuff about real life politics from that book and that movie. I think I saw the movie. I don't remember it too well. Star Trek Insurrection. I think this was just the second Next Generation movie. Not including Generations, which was sort of, both casts. The Captain Picard versus the Borg was such a huge deal. And it seems like the Star Trek franchise just totally fell off a cliff. I don't remember anything about Insurrection. Don't think I saw it in the movie theater. Truman Show, big deal. This channel loves to discuss Gnostic movies where people are sort of in a fishbowl, either on a stage or in, somehow being controlled by a higher power, gods or computer programmers or whatever. Saving Private Ryan, of course, that was huge. Shakespeare in Love was a huge deal and totally forgotten. Joseph Fiennes, is that guy working anymore? I haven't thought about Joseph Fiennes at all. Shakespeare in Love was a big, Oscar bait kind of movie, and it just seems totally forgotten. There's Something About Mary, hilarious movie. I recently saw Dumb and Dumber 2, I think for the first time recently. That was great as well. So here is your landscape of 1998 cinema. No crime movies, especially no quirky crime movies, were very big in 1998. As you can see, the Coen brothers had moved on from Fargo, which came out the year before. I think, if I remember correctly, and I rarely do, I think Fargo came out the same day as Jackie Brown. So there you had the Coen brothers and Quentin Tarantino coming out with their quirky crime dramas on the same day. But the Coen brothers already switched over to Big Lebowski mode by 98. Makes you wonder if Clay Pigeons was sort of riding the tail end of that 90s noir movements. It was directed by David Dobkin, who has had a huge career. He's directed some very mainstream movies, including Shanghai Nights. Great movie poster, so that's why I chose that to represent his career. written by Matt Healy, who I think this is about his only film credit. And there's like no pictures of him. I think I found one picture. When I saw that on Google image search or something, I was like, that looks like the screenwriter of Clay Pigeons. But I mean, there was just like hardly any trail of this guy on the internet. He was one and done. Starring, of course, Vince Vaughn, Joaquin Phoenix, Janine Garofalo. Vince Vaughn looking startlingly thin. I think this is the same year that the Psycho remake came out. Another movie I've never seen. Joaquin Phoenix, of course, before Gladiator. Shortly before Gladiator. And I think Gladiator was like the big threshold for him. He crossed over into superstardom. Oscar Baitlands. And Janine Garofalo, of course, was a fixture of 90s movies. I can't think of anything I've seen her in TV, movies, last 10 plus years. This movie also had Georgina Cates, a British actress, playing a character who, as you can tell from that picture up there, her next to Joaquin, she is up to no good. And Scott Wilson plays the sheriff of the town. This is a crime drama. Lots of chicanery going on in this small town in Montana. But believe it or not, it was shot in Utah. This movie has a lot of what I like about Yellowstone, Montana landscapes, even though, Yellowstone, I think the early seasons were not shot in Montana. And this movie, Clay Pigeons we're talking about today, was shot in Utah, I guess. But here you have great Western clothing, and Joaquin Phoenix is out here shooting stuff. Not clay pigeons, but bottles with his buddy. And this is like the first scene in the movie, and it's got a clever twist. So if you want to see this movie, I don't even want to spoil the first scene for you. It's a great beginning to a noir movie, and it kind of sets up a lot of stuff, but not everything. Vince Vaughn comes in looking super cool in his Western gear. I don't know why the images I found for this movie are so low res. But Vince Vaughn is kind of a plot twist on top of a plot twist in this movie. It's an enjoyable movie. It's not great. There's a reason why it's not, remembered all that much. It's very entertaining if you're into this kind of thing, but it's a little bit too clever, I would say, is my analysis. So if this is your kind of movie, yeah, you should see it. If quirky neo-noirs from the 90s are not exactly your thing, you could probably skip this one. Although, performances, the main three characters are great. It's definitely worth seeing for that reason as well. Here she comes, playing an FBI agent. The guy in the back is also an FBI agent. And there's our cop again. The movie does a good job of playing with stereotypes. The stupid town sheriff is not quite as stupid as they would make him seem. Garofalo's character, an FBI agent named Dale. 1998, Twin Peaks seemed like a bygone era. It was totally forgotten. The internet was just kind of starting to come to life. You didn't have, everything. The internet brought everything back, including Twin Peaks. And at this point, if you were like a Twin Peaks fanatic like me in 1998, you felt very isolated. And it probably would have been pretty cool to see an FBI agent named Dale. And so I'm going to play a quick scene that is very good in acting, but I have a problem with it, and it is kind of part of my problem with this movie. So let's watch this scene from...
This music is driving me crazy.
Yeah. Well, I guess country can be kind of an acquired taste.
No, I didn't like it right off the bat, and I still don't. Scotch is an acquired taste.
Well, drink enough of the scotch, you might learn to like the country western music, Sam.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, you get the point. Let's see, we can find a cool still. Let's stop it there. It's a very good scene. There you have Vince Vaughn running into the FBI agent who doesn't know who he is. It's cool, but I mean, I have this problem that 20-year-old me, when I was in my 20s, big film buff, I think I would have found this scene to be fine. But now, at my advanced stage of life, I find it a bit ridiculous that a professional FBI agent is swilling scotch in a bar by herself. You see, she's reading a newspaper. So presumably late at night, drinking, just sitting at the bar like a barfly. That totally feels like a 90s hipster screenwriter idea of what an FBI agent would be doing. I think it's a little silly. She should, she'd be at her hotel room, getting a rest, prepared to follow leads, do her investigation stuff early in the morning, not just sitting by herself at a bar like some kind of hipster scotch drinking indie film 90s lady. All right. Thank you for joining Code Rad. It's a pleasure to discuss film and all kinds of mysterious subjects with you. Come again.